this is Alpha and welcome to another speed build. I hope you're all doing well and having such an awesome day. So in this video, we are going to build something totally different, at least different from me, because we are building a townhouse today, and this is not just a regular townhouse. This is a photo studio townhouse made for a photographer and a stylist who built their business together. So this is their kind of office slash home space, and I've been wanting to build a townhouse for quite a long time, to be honest. And I think this is the perfect time to build something like this. And here's the thing, I know nothing about townhouse, and townhouse is very uncommon here in my country. Anyway, I live in Indonesia, so that's why we don't have such a thing like townhouse. So that's basically the excuse, my excuse. But I did some research on Pinterest and Google Images, because I really want to know what is a penthouse and what the style is commonly used in Europe and US. So I have to have some research before I build this, and I did research for quite some time, and I think I quite nailed it. I'm not sure, but at least on the front facade area, it looks pretty townhousey. And to be honest, the footage is like 5 hours long or so, because this was such a struggle for me, because I really want to have a basement area for this townhouse, but it wasn't look good, so I have to scrape that off. And I did build a few different shells, but I ended up not liking it, so I have to scrape them off again and rebuild everything again and scrape again and rebuild again. And it took me about an hour to come up with this shell. So that's why it's such a long process for me, but I really enjoy everything, because it's such a challenge for me to build something like this that I've never experiencing I've never experiencing before. So yeah, it's a struggle, it's a challenge, but I had some fun building this. And as you can see on the screen, that the shell area, not the shell area, the shell part is coming together. I decided to build the exterior first before I move on to the interior part, because I feel like if I ended up happy with the exterior part, it would be much easier for me to do the decorating things, because at least like half of the hardest part has been done. So it's gonna be much easier for me. At least it's my thought process. But I know it's kind of weird, but it's my thing, and I ended up to to came up with this at the end. So I really do like the exterior part of the build, and I think it's quite townhousey, it's quite very suburban-y. I'm not sure, you tell me, because I tried so hard, like so hard to build something very townhousey. And I have to be honest with you, because at first I really want to make this build to be a two different parts of townhouses. So the first one is the photo studio, and the other one is the living space. But it's quite hard for me, because I built this in a 30 by 20 lot, in Willow Creek, and it's quite small. It's fairly small, so I couldn't put a bigger studio size, if that makes sense. So I have to work with the weird and small studio, and I don't really like that. I wasn't like that, so I decided to like redo the floor plan and make this townhouse like two townhouse but merge together, if that makes sense, to be a one big, quietly big townhouse. So that is the background story of this build. And this townhouse has two photo studio, two makeup rooms, two cafe, and a full set living area for the owner or the staffs, whatever you choose, you prefer. But you could live here and you could do the photo session, or you could be a photographer or a not styler, a stylist here in this build, because I believe with Get Famous you could be a stylist. I'm not sure, but I think we have stylist career. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. My memory is going down right now. I can't recall anything yet, but what I believe is with Moschino you could be a freelance photographer. And I think having this build or living in this build would be a privilege for you, because you have this beautiful setup for the photographer. You have the softbox, like I don't want to say ring light, but those light for photo to make everything looks brighter and more beautiful, which you will see in just a bit. But you have the full setup here, and you have the makeup room or the preparation room, which you will see in just a bit too. And this is the reception area, the front desk. And I really do like this. I barely use the countertops and kitchen, not kitchen, and the cabinets from Spade, but I use that in this build, and I think it looks pretty cool, and it looks very, I don't want to say cohesive, but like very similar to the table front desk table, if that makes sense. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think it looks cool together, and I really want to make a waiting room that very casual, very like comfy, so the guests would feel like home in this. And I have to apologize to you because I don't really limit the pack that I use, but I'm pretty sure I use a lot of Get to Work, Get Famous, Moschino, Tiny Living. What else? Spade. Yeah, I think those are the most used objects that came from with those packs. And I'm so sorry, because it's quite hard for me to limit the packs. I try to, but it's really hard for me, so I decided to not limit the packs. And yeah, and this is the styling room or preparation room or makeup room, whatever you want to call this room. But you have this like changing platform. I don't want to say platform because it doesn't look like a platform, but it looks kind of like a platform. It's weird, but those things for changing your wardrobe and to be styled with the stylist. And this is the like makeup area. So I put a lot of clutter from Parenthood, and I think it looks cute. It looks very realistic, but to be honest, it's getting more. It would be better if I, not if I, if we have this like a trunk think for the makeup artist, it would be much, much more realistic, if that makes sense. And this is the what is that photo studio? Oh my god, I lost my words. But it's been such a struggle for me to do the voiceover, because this is the 100th times that I try so hard, but the mic doesn't pick up my voice, the sound really well, so I have to redo everything over and over and over and over again. But that's my problem, not yours. So let's get back to the build. This is the bigger photo studio, the actual studio. So you could put up to, I'm not sure, like 6 sims maybe. I don't know how many is the maximum counts, but I really want to have something like editing area for the photographer to edit all of the video, the raw images, not video, the photo, the raw images. And I have this whole desk editing setup for the photographer or the editor to edit all of the images. And I think it's very realistic, because I've been in a photo studio once, and I mean, we did the photo shoot, and they have this like editing space for the editor or the photographer to see the raw result or the end result, how it looks like, how it would be ended up like, and those good stuffs. So I have to put something like that in this, and I put two different chairs. For one of them is for the editor or photographer, basically for the staff, and the other one is for the clients. So if the clients want to see the result, or how they look like, how they poses, you could see on the screen that I put in that editing space. So this is the second studio, the second photo shoot, oh my god, I can't talk, I'm so sorry. But anyway, this is the second photo studio, and we have the similar setup with the first one. I have to put like editing space over here, but this is a smaller one, so it's not as big as the first one. But I really like this room, the photo studio room. I love how they look very, like flowy and very functional with this weird shaped room. But anyway, I really want to make this build to be very inclusive, so everyone could visit this build, from the older one or younger one. So it's not very exclusively for the like young adults or elderly or whatever, but I really want to make a build that's very inclusive for all age groups. So everyone could visit this build, and they can take some photos with their families or friends, or maybe significant others or whatever, so they could memorize everything better, because photo is a way to memorize everything, to have some good memories last, if that makes sense. And I really want to build something very inclusive, so that's why I have to build something very I would say generic. So this is the second photo studio, and we are now jumping to the cafe area. So this build has two different cafe. The first one, which you see right now, this is the indoor cafe. So this is supposed to be a more, I would say, a little more formal cafe rather than the other one, which located in the backyard. But the indoor cafe one has to be a bit formal. So if the clients or the guests really want to have some, I'm not sure, like some meals, some like hangout space with their friends or family, they could visit this cafe, if they want something a bit more formal, a bit more, I don't want to say classy, but a bit classy, they could visit this cafe. But if they really want to have something very casual for the children, could play with everything, they could visit the outdoor cafe, which is located in the backyard. And here you can see that I put this sign, and this is the first time ever I use the tool mod. It's quite a struggle actually, but I figured that out, and I'm really happy with the result, because I really want to make this kind of signage to show where the restroom is. And we don't have this like diagonal arrow sign in the game, so I have to use the tool mod. But if you download this build, it won't be tagged as a modded build, if that makes sense. I will link the mod down below. I'm not sure, I totally forgot who the maker is, who the creator is, but I will link the download thing for the tool mod. It's beautiful, it's amazing. The creator is brilliant, they're genius. I love you. But anyway, this is the bathroom for the studio. This is such a small bathroom, but it's functional, and we have these two different bathroom. The first one has a very small bathroom, and the other one has this big beautiful window, which is very weird, but I mean it's functional, and it's The Sims anyway. Your sim won't feel embarrassed with the whole big window in the toilet. But yeah, this is The Sims, but in real life it's not very functional. But I put some curtain on that bathroom, so it's all good. And this is the living space. So this is the living space for the staffs, and I really want to make something very like very staff looking. So this is not the staff, maybe the owner, I'm not sure, but the one that working here, maybe the owner or the staffs, but I think it's more for the owner. Like this is their resting space, their home space for the office, because this is basically their office yet their home. So yeah, this is the living space, not the living space, this is the home for them. And I really want to make a small 2 bedroom 1 bathroom small house. So this is the bathroom. I really do like this bathroom. I think it's very, I don't want to say comfy, but it's very homey, it's very realistic. I really love that. And this is the kitchen. I know it's such a small kitchen, but everything's functional. I've play tested everything, so it should functional. If not, then I'm not sure what is wrong. It's either from The Sims or from maybe the game, I'm not sure, but I've play tested everything and everything works perfectly. So yeah. And I use this shelving unit, the left one from Jungle Adventure. I really do like this shelving unit, and I haven't used that ever. Like I've never used that ever. So I have to use that. And those two shelving units are from Jungle Adventure. And this is the I want to say a dining space, but it's not a dining space. It's just a dining table with 4 chairs, but I ended up to delete 2 of the chairs. So we just have 2 dining chairs, not dining chair, 2 dining chairs for this house, because it's supposed to be for 2 Sims. This house supposed to be for 2 Sims, so it's a bit odd if I have to put 4 different chairs, because this house is small and it's gonna be insane if I have to put a lot of dining chairs. So that's why I ended up with 2. And I use this rack from Eco Lifestyle, 2 racks actually. And I really do like these 2 color together, this like gray mint color, but it's it's dusty gray mint. I'm not sure what I supposed to call that color, but I combined that with this orange and this bright yellow jungle adventure couch. It's beautiful. I love this living space. It's very, I don't want to say tidy because it's not tidy actually, but it's quite a bit messy, but not too messy. It looks very lived in, and that's basically the living space. And this is the first bedroom. So this is the photographer bedroom, and I really want to make them to have a keyboard, so in their free time they could play a keyboard. They're basically such an artist. They love arts, and they basically love music and photographs. So that's why I have to put a keyboard over there. And this is the bedroom for the makeup artist. You will see in just a bit that I put a bunch of clutters from the spa day and parenthood, because I feel like being a makeup artist, you have to try every different products that you will put in your client's face. So yeah, that's why I have everything on the desk. And this bedroom is a bit smaller. I mean, both are small, but this bedroom has this beautiful balcony and the other one has beautiful, big, beautiful windows. So you have to choose one. You couldn't choose both because you can't have the best of both worlds. And we are getting closer actually to the end of this bed build. I just have to finish up this balcony and we are going to jump to the backyard dining area. So if you want to download this build, this has been up on the Sinsware gallery. You can search by my ID elfathiera or under the hashtag elfathiera. Or if you prefer a link straight to the gallery, I have that one as well as the downloading for the tray files. Just please check everything down in the description box. Everything linked in the description box down below. Just check them out. And I really hope you did enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Also consider to be subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. And if you do, please make sure to hit the notifications bell so you will be notified every single time I upload a new video. And thank you if you've done all of the good stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video right now. Thank you so much for joining me today. Enjoy the screenshots, and I'll see you in the next video.